What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, so we are going to be breaking down another THOT, and she is explaining why she stopped being a bottle girl in Atlanta. Alright, so I do want to say something before we get into this video. I want to preface what I'm saying with this. The nightlife industry is indeed sex work, okay? I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys, but the nightlife industry is sex work. And the reason why I know this is because I'm going out constantly. I see what a lot of these women are doing, and they're getting their back blown out for a little piece of change. I remember I went to a strip club a couple weeks back, and it was so crazy, right? Because the strippers are supposed to be the ones dancing and doing all these things, and guys are at the bars, you know, where the bartenders are, or the bottle service girls or whatever, and they're showing more attention to those women than the strippers, okay? So I'm watching this, and dudes are literally making it rain on bottle service girls, and they're slowly taking things off. So being a bottle service girl or being a bottle girl in a strip club is the same as being a stripper, all right? I don't care what you have to say. As a matter of fact, the bottle girls usually look better than the strippers, okay? So anyways, we're gonna get into this video. This young sister, young THOT, is basically explaining why she stopped being a bottle girl in Atlanta and the so-called colorism that is in the nightlife industry. So we're gonna break it down. Let's get it.
So I just came across this girl's TikTok. She had her stitches off, so I wasn't able to stitch the video. But basically, she's talking about not to glamorize the bottle girl industry, especially in Houston. She's talking about the colorism and about, first of all, how hard it is to get the job, and about how...
Okay, Lord have mercy. So we got a few things wrong right here. She immediately brings up colorism, okay? She immediately brings up colorism, as if the bars in Houston or any place are discriminating against black women who are darker skinned. Now, let me say this. We know that light-skinned women are oftentimes glorified. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. But what I will say is some of y'all just don't make the cut, okay? If you are working out, or if you're trying to get hired as a bottle girl and you're a dark-skinned chick and you're not the baddest dark-skinned chick, you ain't gonna get hired, okay? For one, I'm in the strip clubs. I see plenty of dark-skinned bottle girls and strippers, and they out here showing they pussy just like every other chick, all right? So it has nothing to do with colorism. It has everything to do with how you look. Do you look better than the other dark-skinned girl that we got, okay? Do you look better than some of the light-skinned girls that we got? All right, I think that a lot of these chicks take not getting hired for a job personal, because they like, oh, my girlfriend got hired, so like, come on, okay? Let's keep it a buck. Every strip club that I go to, I see dark-skinned women working in it. So I can't give her that oh, they're deliberately discriminating. Now, do some individual strip clubs do that? Yeah, probably. But at the end of the day, every strip club that I go to that are urban strip clubs, they always have a dark-skinned chick in there, okay?
how your managers just want to fuck you and stuff like that. And I also talk about
Okay, so she's going pretty quick. She said managers just want to smash you. No shit, baby girl. You are a sex worker. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter what you say. Like, you're a sex worker. You're in the club. You're half naked. Of course, the managers are gonna want to fuck you. I don't know why these women try and act like like this is not a thing, and oh, I should just be able to go in the bar and nobody should be trying to hit on me, not even my coworkers. Like, even in real life, Okay, even in real life, if you're working a freaking office job and the woman is wearing a button down in the slacks or whatever, she's still gonna get hit on, and the managers are still gonna try and fuck her. Okay, I'm not saying that it's right, I'm just saying it's reality. So if you're working as a bottle girl, you're gonna get hit on tenfold. Okay, it's not gonna be as intense as if you're working an office job, because now you got HR and all these things. Man, these fucking clubs don't have HR. Okay, you're not gonna be able to report it to nobody. All right, so a lot of times it's pay for play, and these women act like they don't try and flip the script and do the same thing to men. My homeboy, he just told me that he linked up with a chick, and right before he was getting ready to fuck, she like, oh, it's $3K to fuck. Like, what? Like, why are y'all women acting like y'all ain't trying to do the same thing to men?
Bottle girl stuff specifically in Atlanta, and I had a video, well, I have one up on my page, it's like almost at 1 million views, saying like everyone thinks they want to be a bottle girl until you realize you gotta deal with this, and everybody's in the comment like, girl, I deal with that already, I'm gonna go for it. Very lighthearted comments, I understand, but like, y'all really don't get how the industry is. And actually, I recently just stopped being a bottle girl permanently in Atlanta. Like, I just quit my last job last week, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. First of all, let's talk about these casting calls, okay? I've been to maybe 5 casting calls in the past year in Atlanta, because y'all saw a couple of videos where I was talking about I wanted a different job and I was looking for a new club job or whatever. Hundreds of girls go to these casting calls, okay? Big clubs that you'd want to work at.
And let me tell you guys something. If your girl is a bottle girl or a stripper or in the nightlife industry, hell, if she's even a bartender, it's OV. It's OV. She's cheating on you. All right? Straight up. It's OV. If she is doing that for a long period of time, it's donezo, bro. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. It's inevitable, okay? They meet so many people coming through, guys hitting on them constantly. It's just a law of averages at this point. So as a woman, you're opening yourself up to be vulnerable in that way. And let's keep it a buck. When a woman really sees what she wants, how well is her impulse control? Okay, y'all answer me that in the comment section.
I'm convinced that they only put those casting calls on for show and for social media, because not just because I'm not getting hired, but because if there's maybe 200 girls at this casting call, I know maybe a good 15, 20 of them just from working in clubs and girls that I know. How is it that none of us ever get hired? No girl that I ever see go to these casting calls ever gets hired. I swear, they do these casting calls.
That's not true. There's no way she asked every girl. Look, I know dudes who own the clubs in Atlanta. These girls is getting hired and fired, okay? They are bringing in new girls all the time,
just so that they can post on social media, look how many girls are coming out wanting to work for us, we the most popping club in Atlanta, and then they don't actually hire any girls. So you'll be there maybe an hour or two.
They hire the best girls, and this is what women don't understand. When you're in the nightlife industry, you're in a competition. I was on Don Jay's podcast last night, and the women were acting like they don't have to compete for a man. They always say this, I'm not competing for a man, I'm not competing for a man. So let me tell you this. If you are in the nightlife industry, you are competing against other women, and you are competing for the men who spend their money at that club, okay? The men are going to go to their favorite bottle girl. The men are going to go and request their favorite stripper. The men are going to go and deal with the women that they think are the most attractive. So what she's mad about is not being more attractive than the other girls. I guarantee at those casting calls, 1, 2, maybe even 3 of the hottest girls got hired. And women just don't want to be in competition. And they don't understand that out of 100 girls, not all of y'all are fit. Maybe you don't have the look. Maybe your fitness is not in the right place. Maybe, whatever it is, you're not going to get hired. Do you know when people are trying to hire new people, they're interviewing more than you. So if you didn't make the cut, it's not because, oh, they're just trying to post and flex on social media. No, it's because you were not better than the other women.
2 hours and completely waste your time. And then if you're hired, you're light skinned. The colorism is so crazy. I've been to places and I've whispered to my friend.
But this is a mocha brown skinned woman complaining about colorism. Girl, you passed a paper bag test. What are you talking about?
You notice how every girl working here is light skinned, like they all look the same? And that's several places in Atlanta. And then the shit that you got.
That's such BS. I've been to damn near every strip club in Atlanta. It is not, bro. There are so many dark skin working it. Man, come on. Dude, and the dark-skinned women are willing to go even further. Like some strippers, they don't show no pussy. The dark-skinned women is busting it wide open, showing pussy. Like, what are you talking about?
Gotta deal with once you're in the club. Picture this, you already have to walk around in a uniform that you had to buy yourself, maybe $80. You're completely ass out wearing fishnets. Your ass cheeks are out, boobs probably out too.
No shit. What did she think she was signing up for?
You already got to deal with the customers trying to touch you, and I made videos about that, and trying to pay you to touch your butt and doing the most. Now on top of that, you also have to deal with your manager trying to fuck you on a weekly basis. And I'm not talking about just subtle flirting. I'm talking about outright will just say shit to you. That's happened to me multiple times, to the point where you almost feel unsafe. So let's say you're ignoring your manager. You're like, I'm not fucking that nigga. Like, what? Like, you will see that you will not be put on the good days, you won't get the good sections, and you won't be like in the good bottle service sections. This happens.
That's the game. That is the game. I'm telling you, the nightlife industry is sex work. If women don't want to come to grips with that, then that's on you. Not every club is like that. There's plenty of clubs where you can be a bottle girl, bartender, and the men aren't making sexual advances. But if you want to work in one of these big nightclubs where you have the most littest niggas, like, you're gonna get hit on.
Happened to me at my last job, so I know this firsthand. The girls that will flirt back or maybe do a little extra are the girls that are gonna get scheduled every weekend, scheduled the good days. It's crazy.
All right, guys, so that's the video. Like I said, the women do not want to compete. They don't understand that when you're in the nightlife, it's sex work, and they're gonna forever be complaining about all this extra stuff that is not even a real factor. Okay, just come to grips with it. If you work in the nightlife, most likely you are going to get propositioned, and you're going to have to dress slutty for your job. That's the whole reason why I thought they liked doing it, honestly. Like, why do girls work at Hooters versus Cracker Barrel? So they can show their ass around and get more money and more tips. All right, man, I'm out of here, bro. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question to the email down below. You already know. Reclaim your throne. Reclaim your throne.